The world around us has certain features, certain highly predictable features to our pattern-recognizing primate brains. Among these features is one readily apparent to any poor individuals who have suffered the abject misfortune of spending any amount of time around pre-adolescent humans. No matter how pristine and ordered the beginning may have been, in an hour the pandemonium makes Bedlam feel like the European Parliament after Yanis Korwin-Mikke's most recent suspension. Said more parsimoniously and detachedly, the chaos and disorder of the world only increases as the precious and finite resource of time withers away into nothing. Funnily enough, the reality around us mimics human nature, and just as we go from being a well-built potato with a lowered IQ from being fed formula to a geriatric potato with Alzheimer's, slowly fading into non-existence inside whichever nursing home the children felt like paying for, so too does the reality around us go from its pure and immaculate state into a jaded and weathered corpse of its former self. I don't know if you've ever touched snow. Heck, I don't know if you've ever even touched grass or taken a shower in the past few months. But, if you have, you would know that it, like a well-written tsundere character from anime, is quite cold. In a similar vein, I do not know if you've ever felt the warm, perhaps even scalding embrace of steam on your hand, an embrace which one might describe analogously to the rude adjective behind every excuse for libertine promiscuity, hot. You might be shocked to know that steam and snow are both changed forms of water. It's true. You can take an ice cube, a frying pan, and a Boring Company flamethrower, and watch as the ice cube turns into water and then evaporates as steam. You might be asking yourself how on earth steam is less ordered than ice. What defines order? You might think back to your involuntary internment in kindergarten and ponder about how the teachers did their darndest to keep everyone still in their seats, marching in lockstep and quieter than Bambi's mother. This, fundamentally, is order. Disorder is when chaos reigns, when everything is unpredictably moving, and the tidal wave of noise bulges your tympanic membrane into a comfortable and natural acute angle. Here's a fun fact. If you leave an ice cube in a relatively enclosed space that is the same temperature as it, it will just sit there and do nothing. If you do the same with liquid water, it runs all over the place, and steam just up and leaves, like your dad after his last fight with your mother. As you can clearly see, solely by however much childhood imagination of yours, whether the slings and arrows of outrageous compulsory schooling, water is most ordered when solid, and least so when vaporized, and, as water will, entirely of its own volition, turn into vapor in this so-called real world, we can see that disorder and chaos will only increase with the passage of time.